Hey everyone, welcome to a special edition of Let's Talk Business. Today we'll be talking about business directory and we're going to talk about marketing and the importance of being on a business directory. Today I have a special guest, Jody Ann Campbell from Malcolm's Choice. Now, if you guys don't know who she is, you better know. Check her out. Malcolm's Choice is an online business directory that serves the Black community, and she talks about all the different Black businesses and where you can find any business that you're looking for that is Black owned. So she's gonna jump in here. So guys, Let's Talk usually takes place on Wednesday. Hi, Jody.
Hey, here I am. Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for joining me. I love your hair.
Thank you. Oh my gosh,
You're so
you got a
cute.
Christmas name. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. I love it. Oh my
Thank
goodness. It
you.
looks so cute on you.
Yeah.
So just a quick intro of Let's Talk. I said it normally takes place on Wednesday, but today we have a special just for you.
Thank
Um,
you.
Hey guys, this is Jody Ann Campbell from Malcolm's Choice. She's a founder. She's going to talk about her business and all the great things that she's been doing. Guys, if you don't know who she is, you better know. Go and check her out, Malcolm's Choice. I'm going to tag her here just now. So Jody, let's get right into it. Tell us about Malcolm's Choice, the name, what you do, and how you got started.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I get the question about the name a lot, but Malcolm's Choice, we are a marketing and advertising agency, and we are focused on showcasing the excellent Black businesses that are all across the Greater Toronto area. The vision for Malcolm's Choice is really to be a national representation of businesses from like coast to coast in Canada. And the reason for that, really, I found when, I've always been conscious of where I spend my money. And, it's something that's always been top of mind for me. So I found that when I was looking for Black-owned businesses that were local, that was close to me, it was super difficult for me to find them. And so Malcolm's Choice became that solution for me. And really, I didn't start off as a business person. I just started off as a consumer that wanted to support other people that looked like me. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey to create Malcolm's Choice up until this point, and a really, really exciting one. Yeah, I mean, about the name, I definitely get the name question, so I do want to address that. And I think really it kind of started from the basis of being my choice and it being my choice. And then I just ran with the M. And
I love that.
And I was like, Martin's Choice, Marcus's Choice, Malcolm's Choice. And it kind of just rolled off the tongue at that point. And as I said it more and more, I fell more in love with it, and yeah, it's definitely a huge part of my brand. And yeah, everybody immediately thinks of Malcolm X and everything that he stood for. Self-sustainable, being able to provide for our own communities and educate our children and provide opportunity for our children as well. So it really has a lot to do with that. And I mean, I could go on, so I'll let you get
No, that's great. No, that's great because I've been following you for some time now, and I remember before you started showing your face, and I assumed Malcolm was a male, and then when you introduced yourself, I was like, what? She's a she. And so that's why, and I think I had actually messaged you and I asked you, like, where did you come up with the name? So I love the story behind it. It makes perfect sense. It does roll off the tongue like super easy. So it's a great choice. I absolutely love it. Congratulations. You know what? I've been following you for over a year now, and I've seen the growth, the consistency. So now we're gonna get into marketing and advertising because there's a certain amount of dedication and consistency. And I'm over here posting. Everyone's like, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how to do it either. It's exhausting, but consistency is key. So let's talk about it, right? Because you're always posting and advertising other Black-owned businesses. So what's the importance in that? Why don't you just post once a week or once a day? You know, what's the importance behind posting?
I think even like not only on Instagram, but in business in general, it's important to be consistent, to kind of come up with a system so it's easy for you to continue to share the information and the content that you want to share. On top of that, when you're consistent and you're sharing content on a consistent basis, that's how you get your page to grow. That's how you get people to notice you, and for the information that you're trying to put out to the world to get in front of the people that you're trying to get it in front of. And I think that's really why it's so important. You talked about before, I didn't show myself so much, and I really didn't think that it was about me. And I wanted to make the page just more about the businesses that I'm trying to serve, and creating that awareness about what is out there, because really that was the initial problem. The fact that there are businesses out there. Look how many have come out into the forefront now, but we just didn't know that they were there. And it is that awareness piece that I think is important. So being consistent and just continuing with what you're doing, definitely.
For sure. I personally found so many services. I'm like, I need someone who makes juice. And I'm like, oh, let me go to Malcolm's Choice. And it's amazing because you have such a wide variety of Black owned businesses in Toronto. So it does, like, the idea is so genius that it makes it so much easier instead of having to like Google search. And sometimes that doesn't even come up, right? So it's great. And I personally appreciate, because there's so many services I've found on there, at least 5 that I've actually reached out to. And, you know, so it's really great for businesses. Now, what are some of the advantages of listing as a business owner? What's some of the advantages of being listed on Malcolm's Choice? Some people might say, well, you know what, I have a website, I have my own Instagram, like why would I list with you?
Yeah, absolutely. If you have a website, even if you don't have a website, the thing is that you need to spread out your brand. Your brand needs to be visible, and it needs to be visible online, because that's where our consumers are. So the reason that it's important to list on local business directories, even if you have a website, it boosts your SEO. It boosts how much Google will show you. It boosts how many people are able to find you, even if they're not searching for your business name, let's say, per se, but you're listed on Malcolm's Choice. And then we do the work to create that SEO tag where it's like best car detailer in Brampton, or a local car detailer near me, or something like that. And as you search that, more of those businesses come up as they're listed in local business directories. So it's just a way of increasing your brand visibility, being listed on Malcolm's Choice. On top of that, we want to boost the credibility of the brands as well. And that's the reason why we've included the review system there as well. So with the reviews, people cannot, everybody's looking ahead of time online for what they want to use. But with the reviews, what that gives the consumer, it's some more social proof that you are doing what you said you were going to do, and you're consistent, like you said, and you're delivering what you said you were going to deliver. And I think that when your customers are speaking that, and not only you, that is what branding is, and that's what your brand is really about as well.
100%. No, you're completely right. One thing I want to mention, you had said before that with you know, the reach, you have a different reach than I would have, right? So even for you to advertise my business, for example, that's now exposing me to your reaching your clients, right? So that's a whole other thing. Because sometimes people, a lot of times, especially small businesses, right, we have to watch every dollar because we're not the same as big corporations. But there are certain investments that make financial sense. Once you have to spend money to make money, right? So once you now make that, and now you've opened up that reach, even though it costs you whatever amount of dollars, you now have a wider reach. There's more people that they're exposed to your business, right? So it makes a very big difference. The second thing you mentioned was client reviews, right? It's so important. I am that person. I don't care what you say about your business. I'm going to read the reviews and see. And I go right to the negative ones. And I see, you know what? Let me see. Is it something consistent? Was it a one-off, or what exactly is it? And if you have way more positive than you do negative, that's another thing too. So reviews are extremely important because those are people, your clients that had experiences with you, telling the truth. Sometimes you're going to get some unreasonable people that is going to, you know, try and sabotage you because you didn't do what they want. And that's why you have to take into consideration, okay, well, you have 50 great reviews, you have one person, that's a one-off, right? But then the other thing too with client reviews, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you could also, as a company, it gives you opportunity to now address whatever it is, right?
That's right.
I actually think it's good to have some negative, not too much, but some negative, so that way, if someone like me who's going right to the negative reviews to read it, I can see how did you address that as a business? How did you address that negative experience or whatever that client says, right? So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about like negative reviews? What would you say?
I was going to say the exact same thing that you just said. It really has to do with how you address it. Do you just ignore it and bury your head and like, you know what, that wasn't me, or, you know, that was one of my team members, so I don't have to talk about it? Or do you address it head on? And I think that is a key component in customer service as well, which is always, you know, very, very important. And the way that you're responding to these negative, or perceived negative experiences, and how you're able to win back that customer, or how you're able to then turn that negative into a positive.
Yeah, a lot of times, and you win back. That's a trigger right there. People don't realize that you could win back someone, not because it ended poorly. Doesn't mean that that's it. That's not final, right? There's always an opportunity for you to say, okay, let's see how we can do better next time. Even asking for client reviews, a lot of businesses don't ask, right? So we have Google, we have, you know, your site to do reviews on, but you need to ask and encourage, especially where there's a great transaction, to encourage a client to go on and say, do the reviews, because that helps your business, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and I'll let you know, do I need to change anything for the future? Am I doing anything well? So, you know, it's really great that you have that. So let's talk about your website, right? I know that you recently did it over some months ago. So tell us exactly what are some features. So as a business listing on your website, what am I getting?
Yeah, from listing on your website, from our website, what you're going to get is your own landing page for your business. So I mentioned before, even if you don't, a lot of times people are like, I don't have a website yet, so I don't want to put my business on Malcolm's Choice. But I think that is even one of the more beautiful things, because if you don't have a website, now you have another page, a landing page on the internet that people can go to and get all the information about how to do business with you and what you're doing. So they find out the description of your business, how to get in contact with you, where you're located. On top of that, it's going to link to your website if you do have one, but your social media, if you're only on Instagram or Facebook or one of those socials, it's going to also link the customer or the potential customer over to all those different aspects of your business. Businesses can then be contacted via contact forms that are on your landing page.
Nice.
And just really giving them a real breadth of information about what you do, who you are, and how they can do business with you.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know that you actually did that. So you create, so let's say, for example, I didn't have a website. You would create a landing page with my contact information, plus reviews. That's the review section that's on there as well. And a form. So like if I need to collect any information beforehand, well, I knew that's part of the package that you offer.
Yes.
If you don't have a website, there's no excuse. Like this is a great, I don't want to say alternative, but it's an alternative if you can't afford a website. It's a great alternative, and it's a great add-on if you already have one. That's amazing.
Right.
So typically speaking, at what point would you suggest, I guess we kind of answered it, for a business, when would you think is a good time to list on a business directory?
I would say right away, right away. I think you mentioned something earlier, and what I thought to myself immediately was we need to budget for marketing. Marketing is a part of business. So we do need to spend money in order to make money, and we need to budget for marketing, because that's how you get your products and your services out to the world and the potential customers that you want to shop and buy with you. So so important. As soon as you can, like put your business.
It's one of the biggest investments. Yeah.
Put your business everywhere. I attended a seminar over the weekend. They're like, become like a disease. As soon as somebody opens something, let them see something about you, and just make sure that you are just promoting yourself as much as you can.
Yeah, no, I like that. I was just thinking, a lot of times when I talk to my clients, they say that, oh, I've spent money on Google ads and Facebook ads. And actually, like, even though people are thinking, okay, Google has such a wide reach, Facebook has a wide reach, listen with someone like yourself, with Malcolm's Choice, that would actually be much better, because you have a target market, whereas Facebook is to everybody on Facebook, right? And so even though your services might be sending out, it's not effective, right? So that's one of the better things with Malcolm's Choice. It's a niche. It's for Toronto. It's for Black owned right then and there, right? So a lot of times it's getting that mindset to think that, okay, bigger is not always better, right? It doesn't mean that I have to go on Facebook and spend, money that's going to just disappear, because Facebook says, I send those ads out, so you spent your budget, that's it. And a lot of times people, this is where the education comes into it. And this is why I love doing these lives, right? It's to educate everyone that, hey, you don't actually have to go on Facebook, and Facebook probably won't work for you as you think it would. It's much better with a small organization that has a niche and that is directly in your location, right? So that's great to hear. Also, I want to talk about your feature on your Instagram. So that's another thing that you do in addition to on the website.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, once you list with Malcolm's Choice, we're going to go through multiple avenues to try to get your business, and the reason that you're listing is so that we can help to maximize the exposure. So not only are we on our own platform, malcolmschoice.ca, and we're getting a print directory that should be out any second now, any day now. But so we're on the internet, we're in print, but then we're also all over the social media as well. So we're going to share your business on our stories. We do a feature of business owners on the Instagram page as well, and then we're also on LinkedIn and Facebook. So we are definitely, follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook.
Oh, good. I didn't know that. So you'll repost on LinkedIn as well, like you would post the business on LinkedIn as well. Oh, that's amazing.
So right now I just got my first team together. We got a good team going on now, and what the ladies and I are going to be working on is making sure that our LinkedIn strategy and our Facebook strategy is up with our Instagram strategy, because a lot of focus is on Instagram, but definitely LinkedIn is a hidden gem, and I think a lot of folks are not using it as much, and I love LinkedIn personally, for sure.
I'm one of those people. I have a LinkedIn account. I don't know my password, but I think it also depends on the business too, right? There's certain businesses, and that's where, again, talking to some of my clients, I'm like, what, Facebook is not really the avenue for you to go, right? It all depends on what it is that you're doing, right? If you're a chef, maybe going on LinkedIn isn't as great. You're not going to get as much read. Not that you shouldn't use it, but maybe that wouldn't be the focus. Whereas Instagram as a chef would be better for you because you have the visuals. People want to see that. Whereas LinkedIn is more so for businesses and different types of professionals. So it's great. Guys, if you're just joining in, this is Jody from Malcolm's Choice, online Black-owned business directory. We're talking about marketing and the benefits of using an online business. So one thing, guys, as you're talking, and I'm thinking to myself, it's exhausting to post. Exhausting. You do all of that. So if I sign up, you're posting for me in my sleep on Instagram, you said Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. So there's so many different benefits because now that's one less thing off someone's plate. As a business owner, there's so many things that, you're wearing all these hats, right? So people are exhausted, and going back to consistency, that's where it comes into play, where you're marketing, you're consistent, and then you have another reach because you're on different platforms that a lot of people wouldn't be on, right? So that's right. You're actually going to need to think now, because I didn't think about that, right? So it's really good to know that you can actually do all that. Another question I want to ask you. So what do you need to sign up? So I'm a business, I want to sign up. What is it that you need? Do they have to be registered? Just for people joining in, do they need to have a website, phone number? Like, what exactly do you need to sign up on Malcolm's Choice?
Well, you need to sign up on Malcolm's Choice. Well, to maximize your listing, what I would say is to make sure that you have some images about your brand, so you can make a nice cover background on your landing page, and have some images to kind of refer to as well, because images always perform better. A picture speaks 1,000 words, of course. Yeah. But what I would say is just a description of your business and how people are going to be able to get in contact with you and do business with you. So if you have an email address and people are going to be able to send you a quick email and say, this is what I want, are you able to help me? I think that is the starting off point. So you have your email address, you have your phone number, and you have a description of your business, and you can definitely, and we can help you to build on that to create a really great landing page where people are going to come to and have all that information about you.
Perfect. Now, with the actual service, is it a monthly service? Is it a one-time? Is it a yearly subscription? Tell me more about what the service is.
Absolutely. So right now on our website, you can list your business, you can list a job in your business, or you can list an event that you might be having. So for the, so I added that recently in the update that you talked about. Okay. That's right. We're doing a whole bunch of events right now, especially online in this virtual environment. And we definitely want to help, even when we're not on a virtual environment, we definitely want to help those businesses that are doing events that are geared towards our community and the people that are using Malcolm's Choice. So for the event and the job listings, those are free of charge. And to list your business, we charge $10 a month for that listing. And I think, you know, we pay $10 a month for Apple Music or Spotify. So $10 to market your business is really not a big ask. So $10 per month for the basic package, which is going to give you a landing page on Malcolm's Choice that links to all of your other social media, your website if you already have one, and that's just keeping that up to date. And the reason that we added that $10 charge is because when I was going to other business directories, what I found is that the information that I was getting on those, sometimes it was out of date, sometimes that business wasn't even in business anymore, and just it wasn't accurate. And I think that if a business owner has an invested interest in this marketing platform, and they will go there and they will continue to update the information, make sure that information is accurate and it is representing their business really, really well. So that's it. $10 a month.
That's great. So $10 a month gives you a landing page, and then you still repost on all social media, or is that a different package?
So in terms of like if you have sales or you have events coming up and you want us to continue to post that on our social, then that is the higher package, the next package up. And that one is $34.99 per month. And then we have an even higher package than that, where we'll help you to create Facebook ads as well as Google ads for your business. And yeah, exactly. And help you with some graphic design and those sorts of services as well.
Oh, wow.
All of this is listed on the website. All you want to do is go to malcolmschoice.ca and you're going to hit the pricing button, and then you can see what each package has to offer. Another thing, we have a lot of partners and affiliate services, so we definitely want to work with people whose visions and initiatives align with our own, and really that is just to propel the Black community forward, the Black business community forward here in Canada and the Greater Toronto area. So we do have partner services available as well, and if you'd like to collaborate and partner with us, we are always open to doing that.
That's perfect. Wow, you're like a whole resource center. And you know what, guys? If you're just tuning in, we're talking about the different packages that you can get with listing your business on Malcolm's Choice. $10 a month. My lashes are more than that, okay, guys? There's no excuse. No excuse. We spend a lot of $10 a month without thinking about it. Imagine the investment in putting $10 a month at minimum. Even $35 is great, because you're at that point for $35. You're now not having to worry about having to post constantly, which is a huge stressor. Like people are getting stressed and then they shut down because it's overwhelming. I have to post there, and you know it's exhausting. And so it's great to know, even for $35, that's less than $10 a week, that you have someone, a professional, that's managing that for you. That's amazing. And then you said events and job listings. So if I'm looking for an assistant, for example, I can go and list it on there, and you guys would actually source out. So tell me how does that work? So like if I'm looking for an assistant, for example, because I am, how?
Well, what that is, so still working out how we want to market the jobs themselves. But what you're able to do is, for your business, you can say I am hiring, and so anybody that is arriving at the website, they can look at what job is available, and if they know somebody, especially the younger people, we've heard that the unemployment gap, especially for Black youth, is so great. And and the reason that I really added this portion to the website was when I was trying to find interns for my own business, it was such a struggle to find people with the cultural experience that I was looking for, if you get what I'm saying there. So I was going through the schools, I was going through Humber, and I was going through, different schools, and I felt like I wasn't getting any Black students responding to what I was looking for. So really it is more about helping those young people that are just coming out of school. They need the experience. Everybody's looking for a job these days. If you're able to offer that and you're a Black company, we want to help you to be able to get those people to help you, and especially help the young people around in our community.
That's great. I know you're kind of dancing around at me, because you can't really go to the schools and say, hey, do you have any Black students? You can't.
No, you can't.
On my old business, my previous business as a decorator, and I used to go through Centennial College, and the same thing. It's not like you just want to support in your own. It's just a matter of growing within your own community, right? And I remember I was just like, okay, and I would sit there and cross my fingers. And it's just one of those things that I love that you're offering it in-house, because it makes it much easier to not have a discussion, because it's like, how do you say that, right? And you're not supposed to say that, right? So but at the same time, it's about growing our community and keeping it in-house. Not that anybody else from a different race isn't sufficient or good enough. It's just a matter of keeping it in-house. So I understand that. And I love the fact that you're offering that. I didn't even know. I didn't know that you expanded to all of that. So
we're still working on getting that information out to the audience. But
yeah.
again, about that consistency, and we really want to make sure that everything is cohesive. So we are working. We have a new team. We're working together to really bring all that information to y'all as well.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's a work in progress, and I love the fact that you're recognizing different needs, and that's what happens with your business as it grows, right? As it grows, you're like, okay, what's a new need? So, guys, if you're tuning in, Malcolm's Choice, we're talking here with Jody. She's a founder. She offers listing. She'll post on social media for you, and now they offer job listings. So if you're a Black-owned business and you're looking for interns, you're looking for employees, they do job postings for as well as if you're having an event. So if you're having an event, you can go on here and list. The prices are like, there's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse. Right? Okay. So right now, Jody is on fire right now. She will post for you on Instagram. You've posted me a couple of times. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've gained followers. I am a walking testament right here. Okay. She's posting. When you post me, I get a whole new following, and it works. And it makes it that much easier to take one thing off your plate when someone's posting for you, right? And that consistency is key. So a lot of times, again, it sounds repetitive, but for people joining in, if you're a small business owner and you have, you struggle with having to consistently post, Jody's right here. And Jody and her team for you, and they're professionals, right? You get a landing page, you get forms, you get the whole 9 yards, and they do that for you, right? Being a smart, efficient business owner is about hiring the right people to do the things you don't want to do.
That's
right. So that makes a huge difference. So Jody, and anything in closing that you want to add about Malcolm's Choice? You put a whole bunch out there. Anything else? Any hidden gems that are coming up that we should look out for?
Well, I don't know if I have any hidden gems, but I would definitely say visit the website, check out the businesses that we have listed there. We've got people across all sectors. It's not just in skincare, but we go to, healthcare. We have people that are in business that can help you with your business as well. So it's just a matter of us doing business within our community, finding out who is out there that we can work with, because we are all kind of headed towards the same goal and the same initiative. So let's find ways to work together and build together. Thanks so much for having me. Yeah.
Welcome. Sorry, one question. Someone asked a question. What would partnership consist of? Sorry, I missed that. What would partnership consist of? So I'm not sure if they're asking like what types of businesses you partner up with, or what are in terms of your partnerships?
Well, I think that the primary goal of Malcolm's Choice is to really market and promote other Black-owned businesses. So, I mean, however we can align with each other, I usually work with people where they're at, as long as our values are the same and our kind of goals are the same. Let's have a conversation about it. Like, call me. My number is 647-975-4454. Give me a call if you're interested in partnering. We help people to market their events. If they're having some events, we'd love to put you in our email newsletter. Those are different sorts of things that we do. I always say that the business owners are the experts, and I'm not the expert. I look to the business owners who have been in business for over 2 years or 5 years or however long. Those are the experts, and we want to get the information from you guys and share that with the community. So if you're interested in being a guest blogger, we're looking for guest bloggers right now. If you're blogging about business, fitness, health, finance, anything like that, we do want to get the information from your expertise out to the community, and we'd love to do that on our blog as well.
Jody, thank you so much. Guys, Jody and from Malcolm's Choice, Black Business Hub, Amazing Business Center, they will do it all for you. No excuses why you cannot be consistent with your posts. You can be consistent with your business. Right here, Malcolm's Choice. Check them out. I'm going to tag them. He just gave you her number, guys. The whole world just just gave it.
I just gave it out. Oh my God.
I'm like, you're going to hold but this is what we have to do. This is what you have to do, right? So when people are reaching out, gotta snatch it up. So thank you so much, Jody, for joining us today. It was a pleasure. You're looking fabulous. Your hair is on point.
Thank you. Check out Empress Fade. That's where I got the hair from, people.
There we go. See, she's supporting. You see that?
Yeah, of course. All right. Have a great day.
You have a nice day. Thank you. Okay, bye.